Hey guys, this is Miss Russum. Here to explain today's assignment. If you look here, it says, "Hey everyone, I hope that you're staying safe and healthy. Please reach out if you don't understand something." Several of you have. We even had a pretty successful Zoom um, discussion yesterday, and I definitely plan to do more of that in the future, especially if we are going to be out. Um, I thought it was fun. It was successful. So thank you for asking good questions. Thank you for emailing, sending Google Voice texts. It's all been really good and refreshing to see that you guys are still in it and paying attention. So one quick thing that I wanted to talk about before we get into today's lesson. If you click this link here, it shows where there are food pickup locations. So today's is these different schools here, but tomorrow you have Kennesaw Mountain High School from 10 to 12. So if you live near the school or you know somebody who does and they need a little extra help, and we all do from time to time, this is where you can get food, okay? Today you will need your Springboard book. If you did not bring it home for some reason, I have linked the page below, but most of you should have your Springboard book because I really harped on getting those. So today you're going to do Springboard book, Analyzing Atticus's Argument on page 264. If you go down here, it says Analyzing Atticus's Argument. Now, this is the same scene that we have already read together. I read it in second, Taylor read it in third period, and Zaire read it in fourth. It's the same, kind of long, but we've already done it together speech. So what you're going to do is these two pages, it's 266 and 267. But we've already read the speech, right? So it says, what does Atticus mean when he says this case is as simple as black and white? That's in the first paragraph. Number 3, what tone does Atticus use when describing Maella to the court? Tone is the author's attitude towards the subject, right? So what is Atticus's tone? What is his attitude towards his subject? Why is it significant that Atticus is sweating while delivering his closing statement? What does it mean when someone is sweating, especially when giving a speech or talking in front of people? Maybe some of you were sweating at the idea of giving a book talk. You'll answer that there. Number 5, according to Atticus, what is the one way that all men are created equal? I will give you a hint. They are doing it currently. It is where the scene is at. Number 6, how does Atticus feel about Tom Robinson? How can you tell? We know how he feels about Tom Robinson. It's very different than the rest of the town, right? All right. Now, perform a close reading of Atticus's closing statement. Use the smell strategy to complete your analysis. Yes, smell. So, let's break this down a little bit. The S, sender-receiver relationship. So if Atticus is the sender, think about it when you are on the phone, or even if you're sending a text, you are sending a message, and the person who is getting that message is the receiver. So Atticus is sending a message here. And then the jury and the audience are the receivers, okay? So what is the relationship from Atticus to the jury and then to the audience? Who does Atticus mean to influence with his statement? Who is he trying to convince to get Tom Robinson off? And then what attitudes and assumption does his target audience, so what attitudes and assumption does the jury and the audience have towards Tom Robinson or Maella? What attitude do they have towards Atticus? Message. What is Atticus's message? Summarize the statements made in his closing argument. Message is really the whole thing. Okay, what is he trying to say? Emotional strategies and logical strategies. Now, we've done both of these with ethos, pathos, logos. Okay, these are our persuasive strategies that we have done through our vocab words. So, emotional strategies. Does Atticus use any statements that are meant to get an emotional reaction for his audience? Maybe this is something that is less legal and more, believe what I'm saying. What's the desired effect? Logical strategies. Does Atticus use any statements or appeals that are logical? Of course he does. He's a lawyer. He's appealing to their logic. If I can't appeal to your emotional, because you have no ties to the defendant, then I'm going to appeal to your logic. There's no way that he could have done it. Why? And then language. Look for specific words and phrases used by Atticus and consider how the language affects his message. You can talk about his more legal jargon, his more legal colloquialisms, or not his more legal language, and then his more colloquialisms. In the name of God. He says that twice. What effect does that have? Why does he say it? It's over here. All right, and then the second thing we want you to do today is go ahead and move on and read chapter 22. Now, I gave you a summary, and it is linked here. Or I'm sorry, the summary is not linked, but the audio version is linked here. So you can have it play. You just click chapter 22, and she will start talking to you, okay? And you can read here. And it's pretty short. Here's just a PDF. And you'll have to scroll. Well, maybe you can click here. Let's look. Chapter 22. You might have to scroll, okay? And then the YouTube summary that my classes have been watching a lot is here. It links you directly to it. Of course, that's an ad. Of course, there we go. He does a great job of our summaries. And then if you really get stuck here, if you go to SparkNotes, I wish I could get this to show you. This is sparknotes.com, and you go to Kill a Mockingbird. This is the same summaries that I gave you when we left on Friday. So it has chapter 22 here. But what I really like is it analyzes it at the bottom. Okay? So if you get stuck and you want to see, if you need to see something, the analysis is really great here. Now the study questions are also linked. And these are just like 1 or 2 word answers, okay? You can do it on your own sheet of paper, or I believe we gave you a copy of these questions. So yeah, it's past the summaries in your packet. The questions are there, and these are just, 1 or 2 word responses, okay? Let me know what questions you have. If you haven't emailed me or essay, you can do that, but we're flexible with our timeline of due dates. Here's my email again. Several of you have used the Google Voice number. That's been good. It's a great way to get me, almost instantly. The messages here are good too. Let me know what questions you have, okay, guys? Stay safe. Make good choices. I will talk to you